What's going on, guys? CHF here, and we are back with another Madden Plays FanDuel. And just to sum up last week, unfortunately, even though my Bucks won the game, Brashad Perriman put up a big fat donut, which is kind of expected since he's so deep down the roster. And unfortunately, it ended the little streak here because we did, in fact, lose by just about 3 points. So really, I could have started anybody else and probably would have done well. However, we are going to try and get the streak going again with tonight's game, the Tennessee Titans and the Jaguars. Without further ado, let's go ahead, hop into the highlights, and then we will place our bets. All right, guys, so we're doing the same thing, full 15-minute quarters, exhibition style, and it is going to be the Titans at the Jaguars, just like tonight's game. And we're going to run through, I'm going to show you all of the highlights, basically all of the scores, turnovers, things like that happened in the game. We'll see what Madden thinks is going to happen, and then I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen. And as you can see, we got Gardner Minshew out there, the rookie. He's got nothing showing because, of course, he is a rookie, and he is backed up by the rest of the Jaguars offense with their offensive line. And then, of course, Leonard Fournette and the receiving core, and they are going up against the Tennessee Titans defense there, where you got Jarrell Casey as the right end, Rashaan Evans out there at middle linebacker. I'm mentioning that for a reason. And then, of course, you got Kevin Byard at the free safety there. And this one starts out big with Minshew delivering a touchdown strike here after a long, almost 7-minute drive to start the game. Jags coming out looking good on the first one with a touchdown to Conley. And as you can see right there, I mean, just wide open Conley. And that is a touchdown for the Jags. They do get the extra point on this one. And then, of course, it does go out. And Marcus Mariota and the rest of the Titans offense are going to hop on the field. So there was Marcus Mariota. And, of course, there is his offensive line. And then, of course, the skill positions there with Corey Davis, Derrick Henry kind of being spotlighted. And they, of course, going up against the Jacksonville defense with Calais Campbell there, Myles Jack at middle linebacker. And then, of course, some well-known corners in the form of Jalen Ramsey and A.J. Bouye. So, unfortunately, they only get a field goal to start that one off. So, it's 7-3 Jacksonville. And then, of course, right there on the next play, basically right away, the Jags do in fact throw an interception, giving the ball right back to Tennessee. And as you can see, I mean, Rashaan Evans just makes a nasty, jumps the route there, takes that off. And right here, look at this, Derrick Henry breaking it through the hole and off to the races. One guy to beat, and he does dive in for a touchdown, giving the Tennessee Titans the lead, going up 10-7 in the second quarter. And then right here with a little play action, the Titans got it back and Mariota throws another touchdown pass, giving the Titans a big lead. This one, of course, going to Delanie Walker right there, getting on the board with a nice catch, just wide open, beat his man there. And yeah, that's a big lead for the Titans there. Jags are going to need to do some work to come back. Unfortunately, they couldn't score. They did just knock down a field goal, bringing it to a 17-10 lead by the Titans. And here, Mariota breaks it open. The guy breaks his tackle and off to the races with a 70-yard bomb there. And that one, I believe, was to, Corey Davis there. 70 yards. Made his man, basically slipped that one tackle and then was off to the races. No one was going to stop him, and that is a big play, giving Tennessee a big lead in the first half. In fact, this second quarter is pretty darn solid so far for the Tennessee Titans. I actually don't anticipate them being able to do that much, but going up 24-10 at the half. And then when we come back out, the Titans go ahead and put up another field goal, going up 27-10. The Jags answer with a really long field goal. I believe that's like a 58-yarder that they do make there, bringing it to 27-13. And then Mariota comes back, and look at that, makes the catch, and an absolutely nasty interception by the Jaguars there. I mean, just look at this. Quincy Williams comes out there and grabs it as it's knocked out of the hands of the receiver. Unfortunately, Jags cannot convert. They try another 57-yarder and miss. And then, of course, it goes back to the Titans, and Mariota at the end of the third quarter goes down with an injury. And of course, with that stalling, they go out there and they do manage to kick a field goal, going up 30-13. And then the Jags, kind of late in the fourth quarter, do manage to get a touchdown. It was a backwards pass there to Conley, so it technically is a rushing touchdown, not a passing touchdown. But either way, they are back on the board. They do make the extra point, and as you can see, I mean, definitely wide open there, kind of a little wide receiver screen, and it worked out well. That was it as far as scoring goes, guys. The game ended there. Ultimately, 30-20, the Titans won here. So now that we got the highlights out of the way, let's go ahead, look at the stats, and place our bets on FanDuel and see if we can get a streak going once again. Alrighty guys, so there it is. Hope you enjoyed the highlights. Let's get down to business though. It is time to take a look at the stats and place our bets on FanDuel. So we're going to go ahead and hop here and take a look at the breakdown. So despite the fact that Marcus Mariota got injured, missed a quarter, when you factor in both his throwing yards, touchdowns, and then this additional 78 yards that he rushed for in this game, he is going to be our MVP and our starting quarterback. Moving on, we do need to take a look at the rest of the rushing, and really the best rushing performance was basically an 11.7 point performance from Derrick Henry, which is not high enough to make the top 5. I do want to take note here, Chris Conley, he did catch one pass behind the quarterback, so it's technically a lateral and counts as a rush, but he did pick up 5 yards and a touchdown for that. So when we combine that with the 35 yards and the touchdown here, it's going to give him about 15 points. It does not make him our number 1 receiver, but he does make a spot on the roster. However, our number 1 receiver is actually going to be Corey Davis with a touchdown and 134 yards. That would be 19 points, not even thinking about all of the reception points that he would get. And basically, I believe FanDuel does a half of a point per reception. Moving on from there, we also do have Delaney Walker here, who had 10 receptions, 90 yards, and a touchdown, and that touchdown is going to cause him to jump over O'Shaughnessy to get that spot there. So our quarterback, Mariota, Corey Davis, Delaney Walker, Chris Conley are the 3 guys who made it from the receiving core. And then we do have to give it to a kicker here because basically he was 3 for 3, which would be 9 points, but he did have a long one, which would be worth 4 points, and then tack on an extra 3 for his extra points. And that is going to give you a total of 13 points for Cairo Santos, rounding out the roster. So that is the official roster that we are starting, guys. Mariota, Davis, Walker, Conley, and Santos. I do not feel good about this one. As I mentioned in the intro, Madden didn't do well last week. You know, it came down to basically the fourth quarter. We were in the scoring range to double our money all the way until the fourth quarter, but at the end of the game, it ended up running away with it. But I am happy that my Bucks won. But anyways, guys, going to end it right there. Hope you enjoyed the series. I will see you tomorrow, probably with some more Madden mobile content. CHF out.